Welcome to Top 6S. In this video we gonna talk about top 6 horribly tragic sports deaths. If you are a fan of our video, make sure to subscribe our channel and click bell button and get notified about our latest updates. Millions of people around the world live their daily lives without engaging in extreme sports, which either puts them on the right side of Darwinian evolution or demonstrates that they are simply too scared to push themselves to the limits of their nerve and endurance. An extreme sport can seem like a waste of life. For extreme sport devotees, though, the thrill that they get from flying, falling, or hurtling is what makes this life worth living. Let us free fall into this list of 6 people who died while participating in the extreme sports they loved more than life itself.
Number 6.
Dwayne Western. Dwayne Western was a legendary Australian base jumper with loads of experience and airtime. He was considered to be one of the top base jumpers of his time. However, with a sport that has an almost non-existent margin for error, this does not guarantee safety. Western's final performance was a wingsuit jump from a plane with another person as part of a demonstration in the first year of the Go Fast Games in Colorado. The flight plan was that both men would jump from the plane, with one flying over a bridge that spanned a railway track and the other flying under. Western was meant to fly over the bridge. Instead, he slammed into it at 193 km per hour and parachuted to the rocks below, his leg severed at the hip. He died on impact with the bridge. However, this was not initially clear to the people watching from the bridge because his parachute deployed after the hit. Dwayne Western was 30 years old.
Number 5.
Moriarity. Moriarity was an American professional surfer who received worldwide attention at only 16 when a photo of him wiping out on a big wave at Mavericks. Died free diving after climbing down a buoy rope to sit on the bottom of the ocean in the Maldives without scuba gear or flippers. Descended to a depth where he would usually need these things and may have blacked out while returning to the surface. Moriarity was 22 years old.
Number 4.
Mark Sutton. Sutton had jumped from a plane with fellow veteran wingsuiter Tony Uragallo. The pair had decided to follow a pre-planned course. Their jump was part of a 3-day wingsuiting event called Holy Base 74, which was to be filmed by Epic TV. Sutton's jump took place on the first day of the event. Sutton was traveling at about 200 km per hour when he veered off course and hit a ridge. He died on impact. A rescue helicopter immediately located his body, but there was nothing anyone could do. His parachute did not deploy. After his death, the event continued on in honor of Sutton. Mark Sutton was 42 when he died.
Number 3.
Caleb Moore. The 2013 Winter X Games were in full swing when onlookers were horrified to see Colton Moore crash his snowmobile in an accident that separated his pelvis. Caleb Moore had attempted a backflip off a jump, but he under-rotated, and the vehicle's skis caught in the snow. Caleb ended up beneath the snowmobile. He walked away, but the damage was done. His heart had been injured, and he went into cardiac arrest before he was able to have surgery. Having sustained brain damage due to lack of oxygen, he died a few days later. He was the first person to die at the Winter X Games. Caleb Moore was 25 years old.
Number 2.
Dario Barrio Dominguez. Dario Barrio was a popular Spanish TV chef. His successful television show had allowed him to travel all over the world and explore the culinary delights found in other countries. He was also a keen wingsuiter. Unfortunately, this led to his death. Dominguez jumped with 2 other wingsuiters at the International Air Festival in the Sierra de Segura mountain range in Spain. Dominguez has no such luck and smashed into the ground over a ridge, dying on impact. His parachute had simply not deployed. Dario Barrio Dominguez was 41.
Number 1.
Kurodo Cloud. Kurodo Cloud was an inspirational young Japanese motocross rider who was involved in a serious accident while testing Suzuki bikes in 2008. This accident had left Tada paralyzed from the chest down, but the intrepid young man wanted to keep riding. After he had healed as much as he could from his injuries, he began to ride again. Tada had a cage installed on his bike that allowed him to ride without using the lower half of his body. The cage effectively strapped him to the bike. Tragically, the foam pit was ignited by his bike. He was unable to free himself from the bike due to the cage, so he burned to death in the pit. Kurodo Cloud was 34 years old. Thank you for watching.